Good morning. I thought I'd do a tap-along today on taking care of yourself as opposed to taking care of the rest of the world, which is what a lot of us are really well trained at doing. I suddenly realised over the last few days how much I still see myself as being responsible for people in the family, for friends, for clients, for trainees, and how when it comes to structuring my life, I don't think of putting time in for me first. I put time in for everybody else first. And then if there's anything left, I use that for me. And having had a completely free day yesterday, it felt so wonderful. And I felt myself come back into myself and really be who I am. I could feel that my whole walk had changed. I was enjoying being out in the sunshine and smelling spring, and it was just brilliant. And I realised I need to put more of that into my diary. It's back to the old saying, if you've got a jar that you want to fill with various things, put the rocks in first, the important things, because then you can fill the jar with sand and it'll fit around the rocks. And if you want to put water in, that'll fit around the sand. But if you put the sand and the water in first, there's no place for the rocks. And I think that's what a lot of us do for ourselves. We just don't make a place for us. And actually it's our life that we're supposed to be living. And we find ourselves sometimes, I think, living everybody else's first on the principle that if theirs works out okay, then it'll be okay for us to have a life too. And actually I think it goes the other way around. We need to be living our own life, creating our own life. And from that powerful, grounded position, whatever is there and available for other people is there and available for other people. But it means that we're fed, we're grounded, we're nourished, we're nurtured first. So we're in a good space. So it sounded like a good thing to do a tap along on today. So perhaps you'd like to join me. As always, I do most of the tapping on the karate point. So even though I've been so well trained to put everybody else's needs before mine, and it feels really uncomfortable if I don't do that. I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself. And the people who taught me that was how life was. And even though it was probably what was taught to them, and at some point it may have been useful to somebody. It probably got us liked. But there is a limit. And if I'm not taking care of myself, I either get no care or I'm putting the responsibility for that onto somebody else. And neither works well. And I'm open to the possibility that my job is to take responsibility for me. And I can do that by focusing on what's important to me. And it might be hard to start with, or uncomfortable. And how great I can tap on those feelings. Maybe my job is to get to know who I am and what nourishes me, what makes me feel good, what brings me back to myself. And maybe I can start putting that into my diary as the starting point of my month or year. and then fit everybody and everything else around that. I wonder how it would feel if I was the most important person in my life. And I can tap now on the discomfort of that. And I'd like all parts of me to know I truly am the most important person in my life. That's what I'm here to do. To learn how to be me in a physical world. And it might be easier than I think. And I'd like all parts of me to know I am allowed, even if I thought I wasn't. And I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself and the little girl who first created those rules. And I'd like all those inner children to know they've done a great job and their job is completed now. And they can go and play and allow the adult me to take responsibility for me and my life and for looking after me. And if that feels too hard, too difficult, not possible, I know what my next tapping will be. And I'm open to the possibility this is going to be easy and ultimately joyful. Choosing to come back to myself. Choosing to make me the important person in my life. And when I'm grounded and comfortable and me, then I can share that me with other people in safe, healthy ways that work for me. And I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself, all parts of me, and everyone else that's been involved in this old strategy. And I'm so glad I don't have to carry on doing that. Giving myself permission to create time for me and hold that time for me. And I'm okay. So that's a starting point for you. If things come up that are uncomfortable, jot them down, because then you'll know those are the next things to tap on. And I look forward to seeing you at some point. Take care. Bye.